Alrighty, so here's another new thing. I'm going to give it a shot every week. I guess we can call it the drill of the week, I suppose. And a lot of these are going to be from the website pistoltraining.com. They have a really good list of drills on there. So we're going to start off with some pretty basic, straightforward ones, and then we'll just keep on progressing as the weeks go on. So obviously you can shoot these drills wherever you want, but for people in the Logan area, you're free to come down and give them a try at the gun range, at Rendezvous Gun Range here where I work. So anyway, this one is the 3x5 drill, and I made some 3x5 cards on this 8.5 by 11 piece of paper for the ultimate cheap target. And the way it works is you load your gun with 6 rounds, and this is a bullseye drill. You are looking for the smallest group possible at a variety of different yards. Now on the website, the drill description is you pick a distance that you feel comfortable getting all of your shots within that 3x5 card area. Anyway, so like it says on the website, 3x5 inch target, you can pick a distance, and ideally as you get better you keep pushing the distance back and still be able to keep all your shots in the card. So they have the obvious ranges of 3, 5, 7, 10, 15 yards. Got really really optimistic, 20, 25 is definitely doable. So I chose to set the target up like this with 2 3x5 inch cards on it, so I could try it with 2 different guns. So top target's going to be with my 226, and the bottom target is one of our new rental guns, and we'll probably feature a few of these at a later time, but we just got our range order from Smith & Wesson this week. So we have a full selection of M&P pistols in 9 and 40, the full-size compact and shield, as well as a 9 core and a 45 Pro Series. So, and a bodyguard, which nobody should care about. But anyway, M&P pistols are really nice. I've shot the M&P 9 compact a little bit, not a lot, so I decided what better way to get a little familiar with it than shoot this drill. So anyway, drill on the target on the bottom is going to be with the M&P 9 compact. So there is no time limit on this drill. I'm going to shoot it just at a decent-ish pace, and we'll see what happens. Okay, due to ammunition availability constraints, we're going to skip the 3 round and go right to the 5, 7, 10, and 15. So okay, 5 yards, 6 rounds. Okay, time to go with the M&P. Okay, that's from 5. Couple shots got away with me on the SIG, the M&P. At least I'm consistently sucking, or might be shooting a little bit to the right. Okay, we'll go out to 7. Okay. Nothing too stellar, but there we go. 226 on the top, M&P 9C on the bottom. And let's swap the targets out. Okay, we're out of 10 now. And now the M&P. Okay, that one's at 10. Last one's 15. Okay. And there is 15. Okay. So, here we are back after shooting the drill. Went pretty well. Did my best to suck less. And here's a little recap of what went on. So, due to ammunition restrictions, I realized that a lot of people will come into the range, they'll buy a box of 50 rounds, and they'll want to shoot 50 rounds. So, shooting two different guns, 6 rounds each, is 12 rounds per distance. So, I decided to drop the 3-yard target and go right to the 5 yard. So 12 rounds of 5, 12 rounds of 10, 7, and 15, which brings you up to 48 rounds, 2 rounds left over. So anyway, here's where we started, and hopefully I have the editing skills to just put a picture of the target up so that you can see it a little bit easier. But anyway, 5 yards. First shot with the TG6 on top was the one on the lower left. Obviously that was a bad shot, but able to keep everything else in a fairly tight group. M&P 9 compact. First rounds I've shot through this one. In fact, the first round shot through this particular M&P 9 compact, with the exception of whatever they did at the factory. And I noticed that, at least for me, it was shooting a little bit off to the left. Generally, I'm prone to blame myself for anything like that and not the gun, but as you see in the future targets, it was fairly consistent. So bump back to 7 yards. I sped up a little bit with the 226. Group opened up a little bit. Some vertical stringing pretty bad with the M&P, which obviously I'll probably attribute to myself. 10 yards, seemed to kind of settle back in, got pretty decent groups. Once again, that vertical stringing is kind of killing me. And then back at 15. So anyway, I guess some people, when they think about handgun drills, it might be something high speed, low drag, Captain Kirk rolls, whatever, but bullseye shooting is what I usually always start off a practice session with. For a couple different reasons. One thing, it requires a high level of concentration, high level of trigger discipline. It's going slow enough that I can really focus on things like my grip and my stance, make sure that I'm focusing on the front sight, getting a smooth trigger press to the rear. The other thing that I really like about it is it gives you the confidence to make hits at distance. With the gun that you've got, with the sights the way they're set up, for example, on one of the Glocks that I own, the sights happen to shoot a little bit high for me. So starting off with a bullseye drill at 15, 20, 25 yards, maybe varying that distance up a little bit each time, makes me confident knowing where the gun is hitting at different distances. So if I'm wanting to hit a target at 25 yards that's 4-6 inches around, if you don't know where your gun's hitting, you might have a good sight picture and a good trigger press, but if your gun's shooting high or low, and you don't know that, it's going to be difficult to get hits on the target that you're looking for. So anyway, it was also interesting for me to shoot two very different guns. Obviously we've got full-sized all-metal gun, big heavy light on the end, sights that are a further distance away, a gun that I've shot quite a bit and pretty familiar with, and contrast that with a new gun that every M&P 9 compact I've ever shot has probably totaled 50 to 75 rounds ever. It's a compact gun, sights are closer together, the grip is smaller, it's a striker fired and not a traditional double action, so I grabbed this one because I was curious to shoot it a little bit more, and I really did like it, but two, just to show two drastically different guns doing the same drills. And obviously the group sizes will vary a little bit, but like I say, when it comes down to it, as long as you have a decent gun, it really doesn't matter what you're shooting. A lot of it, or pretty much all of it, does come back to your own shooting ability. And you give a good shooter any decent gun, and he or she is going to shoot very well. You get a shooter that is not very good at the fundamentals and give them, you know, a $6,000-7,000 DVC, and they're still probably not going to shoot very well. They'll probably shoot a little bit better, but you're really not going to be able to buy skill. So anyway, MMP9C and SIG 226, shooting the pistoltraining.com 3x5 drill.